Thoughts from the trail. I'm Scott Anderson.
Good morning from the Kayaking River Trail here in Utah on a Sunday morning. It's a beautiful day, and I've decided to get out on the river because it's relaxing, it's peaceful, but then it also has a really good analogy here for me to share with you today, something that I've been thinking about. And I've just now turned the kayak and I'm paddling upstream. And I'm now going against the flow of the river. And I'm having to work a little bit harder. It's not the easy way. I can't just stop paddling and relax, otherwise I get swept away in where the river is taking me as opposed to where I want to go. And that is a good analogy of the message that I have for today, is about us going against the flow. And sometimes it is absolutely the right thing for us to do, is to go against the flow, whether go against the flow because you have a moral objection, go against the flow because you have a personal objection, or go against the flow because maybe you have a professional objection or some other type of objection. And I have some examples. One example in professional sense was when I was a superintendent of schools in New Hampshire. And I had results back from my students, my graduating seniors, who had had very high levels of rate of use of tobacco, marijuana, or alcohol. In fact, it was 95% of the graduating students in the district. And so when I met with the statewide superintendents and tried to have some energy developed around how to address this issue, while the schools certainly didn't cause the issue, it certainly manifests and it impacts our children. Well, I can tell you, almost no superintendent wanted to take this issue head on. No one really wanted to address it. And so I had to stand up by myself, and I ended up getting some support within my community, and we developed strategies that made a big difference in the lives of our children, that gave them options other than just to drink alcohol and use drugs or tobacco. That's one example. Another example could be when I was a photojournalist. Typically, I don't know if you've ever seen a media scrum, but it's basically a group of journalists, whether video, newspaper, or photographers, who all clump together at an event and try to get the picture and the story. And trust me, I've done that many times myself, but also frequently I tried to find a way to do something different. And what if I got away from the scrum and went against the flow of their movement and found a different or interesting perspective that maybe told the story in a different way? And that was another example of going against the flow. The reality is that it is okay for us to do things that other people are doing. It's okay for us to be with the crowd. But my thought on that, and my personal feeling is, it's got to be something we want to do to begin with. If we're just doing it because we're afraid of being different than somebody else, and if it's counter to what our personal values and philosophies are, and then we still choose to go with the flow, then I think we're compromising ourselves and we're selling ourselves out. And nobody wants to be in that position for long term. Trust me, there's times that we've probably all done something like that, right? We go along to get along. But for me, while I've done that myself, I try to make my predominant philosophy that I am deciding things for myself, and if it involves going along with what other people are doing, that's fine. One of the things that you'll see, like in the world of art, is artists are really good at this principle because they go against the flow with creating a new art piece, something that is totally unique. Now, I'm not saying there aren't artists who replicate and copy each other, but really great art is amazing because they're seeing and doing something that has not already been done. And that part is very exciting. So ask yourself, as I'm asking myself as I paddle this river, and I'm still paddling upstream right now. And by the way, I'm working hard to paddle upstream. So when you make the decision to go against the flow, you're likely also making the decision to work harder, right? Because the systems may not be set up to do what you want to do. So you frequently have to take matters into your own hand, and me literally take the oar into my own hand to go against the flow as I paddle upstream. So ask you to think about that. I'm thinking about it today. And in reality, I'm going to turn around now, and I am going to actually make a decision for me to go with the flow. And you'll see in just a minute, I don't have to do a whole lot of paddling. As soon as I get it turned around, I am now going with the flow, hands free. I don't have to do anything. If I want, I can just let the river take me all the way down, do what it wants to do, and just kind of relax. And I don't have to think about it. I don't have to put any effort into it. And sometimes that's okay too, right? It's great for us to get a break and have a rest and not be focused on anything. But at the end of the day, for me, I always want to make sure I have my goals, my priorities, my values in mind, minimally for the majority of the time, if not as much of the time as possible. Well, anyhow, that's what I'm thinking about today. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you next time on the trail or on the river. Bye-bye.